Have you ever noticed how the quietest person in the room is often the one people underestimate the most? They don't speak much. They don't argue loudly. They don't try to prove themselves. And because of that, most people assume they're weak. But psychology suggests something very different. Silence is often misunderstood. And sometimes, quiet people can be far more dangerous than loud people. Why? Because while everyone else is busy talking, they're observing. They notice facial expressions, tone changes, fake smiles, hidden intentions. They pick up details that most people completely miss, and that gives them an advantage. Think about it. Loud people often reveal everything: their emotions, their plans, their insecurities. But quiet people, they reveal very little. And that makes them
And unpredictability makes people uncomfortable. You never fully know what a silent person is thinking, and humans naturally fear what they can't predict. Psychologists call this uncertainty discomfort. When someone is difficult to read, our brain starts filling in the gaps. And often, we assume there's more power there than we understand. But that's not the only reason. Quiet people tend to process emotions internally. Instead of reacting instantly, they observe first. When someone insults them, they may not react right away. When someone betrays them, they may stay silent. And that silence often confuses people. Many mistake that silence for weakness. But sometimes, they're simply collecting information. They're watching patterns and deciding how to respond. And when they finally do respond, it can be extremely calculated. This is why some of the most successful leaders, strategists, and high performers are often quiet. Not because they're shy, but because they understand the power of controlled emotions. Speaking less also increases perceived authority. Think about someone who talks constantly. Eventually, people stop listening. But when someone rarely speaks, people pay attention when they finally do. Their words carry more weight because scarcity creates value. And this applies to communication too. There's another reason silent people can seem dangerous. They're often highly independent. They don't always need validation. They can spend time alone. And people who are comfortable alone are often harder to manipulate, because manipulation usually works on people who crave approval. But silent people often don't care about fitting in, and that makes them powerful. However, being quiet doesn't automatically make someone dangerous. Some quiet people are simply introverted. Some are anxious. Some are deeply kind. Silence itself isn't dangerous. It's what someone does with that silence that matters. A calm, disciplined, emotionally intelligent, quiet person can become incredibly powerful. But an angry, silent person who suppresses emotions, that can become dangerous in unhealthy ways. That's why emotional control matters. The real lesson here: never underestimate someone just because they're quiet. And never assume loudness equals strength. Sometimes the loudest people are hiding insecurity. And sometimes the quietest people are building power in silence. Because real strength doesn't always announce itself. Sometimes it simply watches, waits, and moves when the time is right. So the next time you meet someone who doesn't say much, remember this: silence doesn't always mean weakness. Sometimes it means they know far more than they're showing. And that's exactly why silent people are often the most dangerous. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more psychology content on human behavior, mindset, and self-improvement.